Greetings and welcome to you today for this daily Devo on November the 18th, and it's a Monday. Welcome, Monday mornings. Our devotion is rooted in Paul's great testimony in Galatians chapter 2 and verse 20 today from the Whom Should We Fear book by Voice of the Martyrs. Galatians 2:20, Paul says, I have been crucified with Christ. Not literally, but in a spiritual manner. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life that I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself up for me. In a letter smuggled out of communist Eastern Europe, Christians wrote this, quote, we don't pray to be better Christians, but that we may be the only kind of Christians God means us to be. Christ-like Christians, that is, Christians who bear willingly the cross for God's glory, unquote. Your faith in Jesus equips you to willingly bear his cross, even in the face of fear and in the face of anxiety. If you feel either of these emotions, focus on the truth that you have been crucified with Christ. And that includes your fear, and that includes your anxiety. Tell Christ what you feel. And then thank him that you've been crucified with him and that it is no longer you who live, but the life that you're now living is Christ living out his life in you and through you. Those are deep thoughts on a Monday morning. But that's the reality of who we are, and we need to recognize the reality, the truth of who we are in Christ. For if we don't, we just keep relying on our old self, which often fails, which is most often very weak in the middle of struggles. Our faith is in him. Our faith is in him, the one who loves us, the one who's died for us, no greater love than that. And he's the conqueror, he's the victor. He's risen from the dead. The grave cannot hold him down. He cannot be overcome by the efforts of mankind. He is the King of Kings. He is the Lord of Lords. And that is to whom you belong today as a believer and follower of Christ. And that is who will see you through the day, no matter what happens. So put your faith, cast your cares on him, put your faith in him, walk with him, and recognize that he is living his life through you, in you, and through you today. And just have a peace about that today. We'll keep it brief on a Monday. How's that? Blessings to you today.